those who don't know, Sam Hauser wears number 30 in honor of Terry Porter, who is from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, which is Sam Hauser's hometown. Brandon Miller misses his first shot, and another rebound for Knipple. Kahn has been doing work on the boards over the last couple of games. He has had 11 rebounds in back-to-back.
Not afraid to mix it up. Be physical on the offensive glass.
Musa with a touch, skips it over to LaMelo. LaMelo shaded by Walsh, trying to get through a pick. Walsh, and a stolen pass by Peyton Pritchard. LaMelo kind of painted himself into a corner. Celtics have won back-to-back games. Both of them have been impressive wins. They took down the Atlanta Hawks, and they took down the Oklahoma City Thunder, their two most recent games.
If you get the feet set, knock that one in.
Today could be the day, folks. Knipple is 3 3-pointers away from the Hornets' franchise record for threes in a season. The current record holder is in the building. It's the great Kemba Walker. He finished with 260. Kahn's got 257. LaMelo. It's actually an outside shot that LaMelo passes Kemba by the end of the season as well. LaMelo currently has 235 3-pointers. Oh, wow! Okay, Jason Tatum still explosive, Dell.
Wow. Lead transition, sees a seam and attacks.
Miles Bridges misses a layup that he normally makes. Celtics currently the second best record in the Eastern Conference, trailing only the Detroit Pistons. Tatum. Tatum is one of those guys who can score anywhere on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt. That Achilles injury is fully healed. He had lost a step.
Kahn floats it over. Tatum.
Saw Tatum right there when he pulled up off the wrong leg high. One-hand release.
Well, 2 Duke one-and-dones have all the points in our game today. Tatum and Knipple have all 9 in our ball game. Full head of steam for Bridges. Diabate, quick spin, high out the window.
Oh, nice attack by Miles Musa. Turns away from the defense and gets that right hand off the glass.
The Parisian uses the right bank.
Yeah.
Walsh, 2 feet in the paint. LaMelo. And that goes off.
Because of the game last night, you gotta have team fortitude. That strength of mind allows one to endure pain or adversity with courage. You gotta come out and forget about last night. You got a Boston Celtics team that's hungry, a little short-handed. Those teams are dangerous.
Knipple. Hauser. He can stroke it. Sam Hauser on the year, now with 176 threes. He shoots 38% from behind the arc.
Teams 1 of 5, but that 1-3 has been emphatic.
Miles never used his dominant left hand.
Yes, sir. That's what he does. Shoulders about Hauser. He's got to attack that anytime he has a live dribble on Sam Hauser.
Peyton Pritchard, last year's 6th man of the year. This year he has started the large bulk of the season. Not shooting a particularly great ball this year, Peyton Pritchard. Tatum misses on the second chance. Head of the pack. Kahn took his eye off the ball, and oh my goodness, I hope he's okay. He went right into our guy, Kent Smith. Kent Smith, longtime team photographer. That's one of the hazards of the job.
Yeah. Friendly fire over there.
Kent's really good at what he does. Pritchard. First 3-pointer for Peyton.
Guy just checked on him. He said he's doing fine. Give me the thumbs up.
Yeah, checked a lot of boxes with that report. Thank you, Shannon. Hornets down a point. We've got a couple of changes. Ryan Kalkbrenner comes in for the first time. He'll be the center. Also into the game, Josh Green. Hornets sub out Diabate and Knipple.
You know that report Shannon gave about Kobe telling that players get together before some coaches come in after the game? That's something that's changed over the years. When I was in the league, coaches would come right in, win or lose. If you lose, they're hot. They're giving it to you right off the last players. Tatum again down the lane. They're coming right at you, the coaches. But now, coaches get a chance to cool off. Players get a chance to meet, talk about it. Coaches go over the game themselves. Then they come in and tell you what their thoughts are about the game. So that's something, again, like a lot of...
They chose Mazzulla, even though he wasn't considered to be one of the lead guys. Jason Tatum from 3. And all Joe Mazzulla has done is, through his first 300 games, he's got the highest winning percentage in the history of the NBA in terms of head coaches.
Now, sometimes teams, when they really like a coach and they know he's head coach in waiting, they'll try to keep him behind the bench just as long as they can so other teams doesn't realize that.
Okay.
Coach got to be bought in as well because every coach wants to be on front.
75 games the Hornets have played. Shion is long time.
Ask him what's the hardest part about playing every game. Is it physically? He said, no, it's more about the mental side of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's mental fortitude right there. Get right in the game, get an open look from 3. Tickle to twine. He said, yeah, it's just preparing for game after game of everybody on the team. Luckily, the point guard right there, he's got to make sure he knows the tendency.
And that was Marvin Williams. If Shion could have a professional career like Marvin Williams, that would be something to strive for.
How about it?
Ron Harper Jr. has checked into the game. 2 of Ron Harper's sons in the league. Of course, Dylan having a nice rookie year down in San Antonio. Tatum, little right-handed flipper. Kobe White with an opportunity. Stolen away by Harper. Pritchard has Shireman. This is a Celtics team that shoots their customary tons of long balls, but not having a great shooting year as a club. Brandon Miller, good move.
Stops on a dime, gets a couple of Celtics to fly by, spins out away from traffic, and puts it in. Look at the Celtics lineup right here. Pritchard's got to be the guy that's most aggressive in here, but playing pick and roll off of Cater right now.
Shireman misses a floater. Last touch by Kobe. Shireman, Pritchard, Tatum, Hauser, Harper. 5 on the floor for Boston. Pritchard. Tatum. Big time offensive rebound for Tatum.
Good hands right there by Cater. Ricochet that ball off the glass.
Hornets down 5. They've turned it over 4 times here in our first quarter. Shot clock's at 4. Kobe takes a strong dribble.
Caught in between whether to shoot that one over the rim or use the backboard. Always go with the backboard. We're caught in between.
Pritchard. Nice pass to Tatum. I think everyone in the building thought it was going to be a jersey when it comes to the game.
Respect.
Just saying. We're in Charlotte. Todd Knipple starts with the basketball to begin our second quarter. LaMelo Ball's back in. LaMelo did not score in the first quarter. Pass in tight quarters. McNeely and Miles Bridges. Celtics answer with Shireman, Garza, Harper, Walsh, and Tatum. He's got the ball. Shireman. He put his entire body into that shot. Wow. Just use all his body's momentum to get enough oomph to get it up and in.
That ball went in with authority.
Best ever come out of Hastings, Nebraska. Harper looking like his dad with that leaping ability. Largest deficit of the night for the Hornets. Tatum getting a running start on McNeely. I'm telling you, is he better player in the postseason? I thought he's done the entire year. Not only has he come back, but he is still playing like never left. Walsh back out to Tatum. Hornets lost track of him. Open look for Walsh. That's good. You close out of Tatum and make Walsh beat you. And Walsh fouls LaMelo.
Offensive end of the floor.
Khan's going to sit. Brandon Miller back in. Hornets' leading scorer is Kobe White. 7 points off the bench. LaMelo. Liam, an offensive rebound. So many wonderful things defensively. A new era of Hornets basketball sitting. 1 out of 3 for Tatum, who's normally 86% at the line.
Hornets just got to find some shots to go down. They've got good looks. Like that one right there. Not close right now. Taking jump shots.
Numbers advantage for Boston. Yeah, the Hornets right now guaranteed of at least one play-in game. You're in the 10th spot. You got a lot to overcome, but you are in technically the postseason. The playoffs don't begin until you finish off the play-in situation. That's a nice performance after the timeout. Brandon Miller gets to the rim.
Yeah, didn't settle for that open three right there. Put the ball on the floor to cross over, gets all the way to the rim. The next step for the Hornets right now is not letting lack of shot making affect what they do in other areas of the game.
Hornets playing with some crispness right now, and it results in another layup.
That shot's not going in from a perimeter. Put your head down and score it in the paint.
The 2 layups, one by Miller, one by Bridges. The first 2 points, 2 baskets of the quarter for the Hornets. They had been stunk 10-0. Tatum. Oh, wow. This guy's amazing. He has now got 16 first-half points.
Didn't look like he picked that ball up cleanly off the dribble. Still nothing but net.
He had a 50-piece in his building a couple of years ago.
I didn't want to be reminded. Sure he does. Vacate the area and opens it up for the guy that gets the ball to make a decision whether he wants to drive or somebody else come in that area.
Moose's basketball instincts have really impressed me in the 2 years he's been in town.
Yeah.
Shireman. And he's upset with himself. He passed
the other 4 guys out there. That's part of Moose's growth.
Score the goal. Jason Tatum leads. Old-fashioned 3-point play for Walsh. Hornets have swapped out Sion James for LaMelo Ball. Bridges on top of Garza. Hornets average 16 3-pointers. They've got 3 right now. Shireman. Shireman. Spinning left-handed 3.
8 triples for the guys in white.
Oh my goodness, Khan got pushed to the ground. He was speeding 100 miles an hour and he got... Sam Hauser comes back into the game. When Hauser's in the game at the same time as Khan Kniffel, that means you have 2 former Wisconsin high school Mr. Basketballs in the game at the same time. Sam Hauser was Wisconsin State Player of the Year his senior year in high school at Stevens Point. Khan is, of course, from Milwaukee. Heart of the city. Not a suburban kid. The heart of the city. Peyton Pritchard. Shot clock down to 3.
He's really good. He's a little pit bull out there. Tough-minded, smallest guy on the floor, but shoots that gravity fadeaway with authority.
Brandon, 3-point field goal.
He's been real aggressive in this second quarter right there, probing with it. As soon as that defender goes under the screen, Walsh can't get back out and get a contest.
First 3-pointer of the quarter for the Hornets. And we're almost halfway through it. Again, shot clock starts to wind down with Pritchard with the basketball. And again, he answers.
Same way as possession before, gets to his spot. Shoots that fadeaway up over the top of a much bigger defender.
Bridges bowls over Schotterman and gets called for it. Offensive foul. Down 16. Needs some stops here. Hauser, that high-arcing jumper. No one in the NBA shoots a higher ball than Sam Hauser.
How about the gravity that Pritchard is drawing right now? Hauser spaces out.
Hey, chance for a three-point play. Knipple off. He throw away from 10 points for Knipple. Kobe White comes back into the game. White, Ball, Knipple, Bridges, Diabate. Celtics rolling without Jason Tatum right now. Just joining us, Jaylen Brown and Derek White, not in uniform. Pretty good offense. Give it to Pritchard, get out of the way.
Wow. Giving plenty of room. He does not waste his dribble. Finds some rhythm. Again, just shooting the same shot over and over.
LaMelo darts inside. Finds the Deuce! First dunk of the ball game for Diabate.
Loose. Took off outside the paint. Threw that one through.
Again, Pritchard goes one-on-one. No way. Offensive foul. Offensive foul. Ray Allen made 72 in a row. He broke Larry Bird's record of 71 in a row.
That's a number.
Yeah. 72 in a row for Ray Allen. That was touched on the way up by Tatum. Ball finds Kalkbrenner.
Just Tatum went for the block. Kalkbrenner, next tallest guy on the floor. Keeps that ball above his head, doesn't bring it down.
How about this for Ray Allen? Tatum, nope. He made 72 in a row. He missed one and then made 57 more in a row. He went 129 for 130 at one point.
Okay.
The Wisconsin Dells. Del Curry, Vinny Del Negro.
One or both those guys probably still owe me some cash for shooting games.
And a traveling call on Kobe White.
And Pritchard comfortable in their one-on-one game.
LaMelo Ball scored the last 7 points for the Hornets end of the second quarter. He is playing with 3 fouls. Miles Bridges also has 3 fouls. Hornets finishing off the 7-game homestand. Shot clock's down to 4. Khan had it blocked by Tatum. On the offensive end, Tatum working the baseline, finds Keita. Pretty nifty reverse by the 7-footer Keita.
Quick move by Tatum before the double comes over. Tatum, yeah, and then Keita right there makes himself available.
Keita's been a big-time find. Spent 2 seasons out in Sacramento. Now in his 3rd year with Boston, and he has been their everyday center. Put up numbers. Shot clock's at 5. Pritchard. For a guy his size, he gets in the paint and scores a lot.
See, I knew Tatum couldn't get his shot off quickly. Back door to an open area, and again, fading away with that soft jumper.
Miles Bridges, up and in.
Bridges doing his part of scoring in the paint. 4 of 7 now. Has made all 4 of his free throws. Leads the team with 12.
Celtics playing without Jaylen Brown, also playing without Derek White. This time, Tatum misses the reverse. And LaMelo does a great job of saving it.
Knew exactly where Khan was.
Khan. Batted out. Rebound cleared by Walsh. Celtics were embarrassed by this Hornets team back in the early part of March. They have played better than the Hornets so far today. We've got a lot of game remaining. Tatum's pass to Keita. Last touch by the Hornets. Out of bounds play.
All the way around, and that right side is just about cleared out. You got Walsh over there, and Brandon couldn't get in there to help that little backdoor cut.
Bridges, size advantage. And for the goal, that'll be an offensive Miles is the only Hornet in double figures. 53 points for the Hornets still in the third quarter. That's a low number.
That's a low number for a team that's been scoring the ball very efficiently during this homestand.
Another missed layup by Tatum. Tatum digs it out. Oh, my goodness. Pritchard makes it hurt.
They're doing an extra deep knee bend to get that one up. It's so deep.
He's got the last 7 for Boston. Man, dating back to the third quarter of yesterday's game against... Shot clock at 3. Walsh. And Kahn saves it beautifully. Maybe that'll spark the Hornets. This would be nice. Hornets are 5 for 24, shooting 3.
2 of 11 in the second quarter alone.
Shot clock at 3. All right, Hornets looking to get going. That's a good start. Kahn, the blow by.
Score it. Bad closeout. Kahn's going to attack that, get an easy layup. Now can you stack stops together and get runouts?
Tatum didn't have his feet underneath him. Hornets beginning the day tied with Miami. 9th best record in the Eastern Conference. Because of the tiebreaker, Miami won the season series against the Hornets. The Hornets were really tense down tonight. Jason Tatum up and in. But I don't know if it's final yet, but Miami was limping against Indiana. It is a final, I'm told. East producer Eric Kendall. Indiana, I think they've won twice now since the All-Star break, and they take down Miami in an important game.
Right. Jason Tatum refusing to let the Hornets stop him from shooting.
Sion James gets it back. One Duke Blue Devil answers the other Duke Blue Devil. Walsh. And Sion is fouled by Tatum. So Sion listed at 6'2".
No doubt. Kim was not applauding this after timeout play that Coach drew up. I'll tell you that.
Well, he's applauding the result.
He is now.
Brandon Miller, a three-pointer. Hey, we're scoreboard watching. It is a final. Miami lost against Indiana, and Orlando is getting smoked right now north of the border against Toronto. Jason Tatum. It's a 78-45 lead for Toronto in that third quarter. Wow. Orlando with 45 points a couple of minutes into the third quarter. Maybe their shoes didn't make it through custom. They're playing in socks.
Something about those Sunday games in Canada.
If the Hornets can make a run and get back into this, folks, all of a sudden what looked like a gloomy day could turn into a day filled with sunshine.
Right. Got to do something about this guy right here. 25, he's got in the game already. That was a heat check shot.
Took a LaMelo Ball style one-footer. 16, not that bad. Thought that would have went through. 13-point game. Hey, something to dream on. Pritchard, Tatum, Hauser, Kata, Baylor, Shireman. Tatum. Oh my goodness, how soft is that? Are you kidding me? Fading away from 12 feet. Oh, good golly, he's good. Tatum's got the last 7 for Boston. This is a guy a lot of people didn't even think was going to play this year.
That's right.
Kahn takes it to Kata.
2 hezzies and then uses that bot.
And a timeout called by Boston. changes to tell you about for Boston. Baylor Shireman misses a 3. Rebounded by Ugo Gonzalez, Ron Harper Jr., Peyton Pritchard, and Luka Garza. Only starter on the floor right now for Boston is Pritchard. Shot clock's at 2. He's going nowhere fast. Baylor Shireman! That's a sharp stick to the eye.
Play was headed nowhere. Had denied Pritchard the pass back, make somebody else shoot it. He knocked in a left-hand runner. Had no chance.
James! Con Knippel and Miles Bridges. Celtics answer with Hauser, Shireman, Gonzalez, Walsh, and Tatum. Number 1 option with a bullet is Tatum with this 5 on the floor. There should be an investigation if anyone else shoots except for Tatum. That's a Kobe Bryant move if there ever was one.
Yeah. All right, high-octane offensive unit on the floor. Charles Lee's bunch.
Kobe White. Tapped around.
Shot by Kobe. Fight to the front of the rim, pressure on it, draw a couple of defenders. And LaMelo doesn't stand around. Use that 6'7" frame to tip it in. Maybe it gets him going.
Shireman. Gonzalez, not a great shooter. Oh, my goodness. Ugo Gonzalez, just 34% behind the arc on the year.
His first shot of the night.
LaMelo, step back 3. All right, plenty of time for LaMelo to get hot.
In a 10-point game, you're right back in it. Good job by Miles. Do not allow Tatum to catch it back higher.
Baylor Shireman, second-year man. He has been a consistent player for Joe Mazzulla. This is now his 69th game, and he's getting better as the season goes on. Crunching pick set by Bridges. Kobe White. Everything but down. Tatum missed the layup. Con, the trailer. Con
Trying to get Con in rhythm.
Shot clock down at 1.
Multiple actions. When you're on the offensive end, that means everybody's got to move. Set multiple screens on the ball to try to get the defense confused and movement on the defense. Have those multiple actions, a lot of guys standing around.
Contested rebound, Knippel. LaMelo blows past Hauser. Sets up Brandon. Celtics trying to win a game on the road with no Derek White and no Jaylen Brown. And Knippel and Tatum in a bear hug. You're talking about dorm living at Duke.
I've wrapped you up, catch my breath, and let you take it out.
Oh, the Duke guys talk about the brotherhood. You just saw it. They're hugging mid-game.
With LaMelo with that tip in, and now knocked in a couple of threes. Now you can talk about your defense, trying to get another stop right here.
Boston brings Peyton Pritchard back in. Pritchard, Hauser, Tatum, Keita, and Walsh. This is the starting unit for Boston. Keita stems the tide. Hornets rolling with ball. Bridges, Miller, Knippel, and James.
Not the only guy Tatum really trusts other than himself on the offensive end is Pritchard. He made a good play there.
LaMelo had to get it high over Keita, and it just won't fall. Tatum's missed his last 3 shots. Wow, okay. Neemias Keita took off from the dotted line.
Double Pritchard. He centers that basketball to Keita. Keita decided which hand he wanted to throw it through while he was in the air.
Best ever come out of Portugal.
Without a doubt.
Sion. Pinned by Tatum. And LaMelo's tangled up with Tatum. Can't get up. That's what sent him flying. 11-point game. Pritchard. They're not going to give a continuation. No fouls on the floor. Didn't.
If you're in the shooting motion, the shot went in.
I don't get it either.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. We've played 5 minutes here in our fourth quarter. Sion got it over Kata.
Ball fake, freezes Kata, brings his hands just down enough for Sion to flip it up quickly over the top.
Tatum may be getting a little bit tired. Starting to miss a couple of shots. And take it back. Still frisky. Up and in for Jason Tatum.
He's going to will his way to get to his spots now.
He's got a game-high 29. Just the 11th game of the year for Tatum. A lot of people thought he wouldn't play a game this year, coming back from a significant Achilles rupture.
Well, he's at 31 minutes to what he's averaging is 10 games. And so for him to play this well, for him to play this well,
Hornets had made it a 9-point game, Del. And then this run by Boston to make it 16. Hornets have been really good after timeouts. Can they get a bucket here? LaMelo with the left hand off the window.
Used his body very well there. Hung in the air with left hand.
12-point quarter for LaMelo. Now we need some help.
Zula is taking Tatum out. He thinks this group right here can take him home.
Opportunity for the Hornets. Shireman. Team it. Here's a Daly.
That's right. How about that?
Our director knows what he's doing.
Oh, man. Luke Keeper looks like he does arm workouts with Sion James.
Khan. Emias Kata has made an impact in this game, though.
Yes, he has. Just like Drummond last night. Philadelphia, Kata, knowing his role.
Someone lost the shoe. Kata.
Does he lace him up like DeRozan?
Pritchard. Rare miss for Pritchard when he gets 2 feet into the paint. Peyton Pritchard's a lot like Kobe White. You can see how they just dominated high school. Offensive rebound for Brandon. Last touch by Charles Leach's good minutes. 5 points in 7 minutes. Hadn't played in a while. And Boston may just try and take some air out of the ball. This is not a fast team. The slowest paced team in the NBA are the Boston Celtics. They take their time looking for good shots. And that's considered to be a good shot. Payton, along with Josh Green and Liam McNeely. So the Hornets going to rest the starters for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, you're 17 points, under 4 minutes. It's not enough possessions. Really, especially the Boston Celtics are, even when they're a couple of starters down.
Ask of Jason Tatum. Knew how to get the best out of Peyton Pritchard. Knew that he had a weapon that maybe not many people saw coming in Emias Kata. And they're going to win an important road game.
Yeah. You probably get Jason Tatum 10 games under his belt before you ask him to have a game like he had tonight.
Was there a player that played like Peyton Pritchard back when you played in the 80s and 90s?
Well, I don't know. I can't think of one right now. Low center of gravity, always under control, good handle.
Scored so much in the paint.
Yeah, because you never see him give up or pick up his dribble until he's able to shoot or pass, and there's no wasted dribbling. He goes somewhere with his dribble, plays downhill all the time, and then obviously with his touch in the paint, scoring the ball, definitely 3-on-3s there.
Pritchard, 26 points, 37 minutes. And he's got another assist. Finds Tatum at the rim. Pritchard's got 26 points. He's got 6 rebounds. He's got 6 assists. Good golly. And McNeely is fouled. Tatum got. Celebrate Faith and Family on April 2nd following the Hornets and Suns matchup.
But there'll still be chatter in the locker room and on the plane from the UConn guys to the Duke guys. That's why you want to know, so you can get your mind, get your words ready.
Amari Williams comes in. He's the new center replacing Kata. So they take out Kata. Other changes to tell you about. Max Shulga comes in. He's from Ukraine. He's number 44 in white. And who else? Oh my goodness, talk about an international bunch. We got Hugo Gonzalez from Madrid, Spain. X misses the 3 ball. This is Shulga, the Ukrainian. Looks a little bit like Drew Peterson to me.
Yeah.
There's a dash of Svi Mikhailuk. If we've got another stoppage, John Tonje and Charles Bassey will come in to finish the game for Boston. Boston with the win dealt, they're going to get another 50-win season. They're going to be 50 and 24.
Consistency is what you're looking for in the league. Everybody just written them off.
Missoula, and he looks so focused and so locked in. And he kind of is. That's who he is 24/7. I don't think you could tickle him and he'd smile. And Charles Bassey is got 23 numbers retired over the years. 23. Since we're cleaning out the saddlebags, one last thing here. Sam Hauser came up with this note. This is a Bouncing Bill McGrath special. Sam Hauser, earlier this month, not once did you not take a 2-point shot. You took at least one 2-point shot in every game you played in 10 years as a Hornet. He shot 21 shots that were threes without ever taking one 2-pointer. The game has changed.
Oh, my.
Can you imagine playing for Dick Carter and shooting 21 3-pointers without taking 1, 2?
Let's play the next game.
Well, congratulations to the Boston Celtics. They were upset with the fact that the Hornets just crushed them in Boston early part of March, and they get their revenge. They played focused basketball from soup to nuts, and they evened the season series 1 up and 1 down. There will be one more game between these two clubs. It will be in Boston coming up in a couple of weeks.